welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to my guest bathroom where I do pretty much all of my haircut videos. So as you can tell by the title of today's video, I am going to be cutting my hair into a curly hairstyle. Now you're probably a little confused. Alya, why is your hair straight right now if the video is about your curly hair? Well, I'm not a professional hairstylist, and I figured it'd probably be a lot easier for me to really see what I'm doing while my hair is straight. I still might sometimes want to wear it straight, which is why I'm not doing like a full, real, like curly haircut, I guess. I mean, it's going to be a haircut for how I want my hair to look when it's curly, but I'm cutting it while it's straight. So I can still hopefully straighten it and it'll look decent. Again, I'm not a hairstylist, so don't come for me in the comments if I'm doing things wrong. So the first thing I'm going to do is just bring all of my hair to the front, and I'm just going to quickly just trim a tiny bit off the ends here. They're looking pretty good, but might as well just clean up while we're here. So I'm just going to literally like the smallest amount, honestly, just to like get rid of any of the little rough edges. So professional, I know. So sorry, the hairdressers are cringing. So the method I'm going to be following is actually from another YouTuber named Alex Nash, and I'll link her video down below. She does have straight hair, but I really liked the way that her haircut came out, and it was an interesting method, so I'm going to give that one a go. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is section off the bottom part of your hair. That's going to be your length, and you're not going to touch that. So as you can see, this is going to be the length of my hair. This part isn't really going to change, and I'm going to tie it back with a hair tie. So just zoomed in a bit. So I just took the rest of my hair down. I have the ponytail back here, and this is the rest of my hair. This is the part that we're going to be cutting and layering. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to section off about 1/3 of this side of my hair. So about that much. And then I'm just going to take this part, and I'm actually going to just clip it up here. And then I'm just going to go with my scissors and then just start about right here and then just cut down my hair. So it's going to look kind of scary, but you're not actually taking off a lot of hair. It's really just getting those shorter layers in. So that's really all it is. Like, it's just really minor layers at first, but we're gonna kind of build up to it. It's better to start slow and not just chop a whole bunch off at once, because you can't really glue it back on, but you can like work your way up to what you're comfortable with. So I'm actually just gonna go ahead and go in one more time. So you can see my shortest one is pretty short. I want a lot of volume at the top because I don't have a lot of hair, and when it's curly, it can just end up being really flat on my head. So I'm gonna take the rest of my hair down. I'm just gonna toss that piece to the side, and I'm gonna go in, and now I'm gonna divide this piece here in half. And again, just going to take the hair and go all the way down. And then you're just gonna repeat it on the final piece. Now I have a different layering video that is more for like straight hair, but you can also use it for curly hair as well. Like, your hair will still look good when it's curly. I'll link that above and also in the description box if you want to check that one out. It's much more simple than this one. So now that that side's done, I'm just going to fast forward and skip over the other part because it's pretty redundant, and we'll move on to the next step. Once you have both sides done, you should just double check to make sure that they're even, and mine are pretty even. So what I'm gonna then do is I'm gonna actually add some more hair to that ponytail so that we'll no longer be touching it. So I'm just going to go around like this, and it's really just going to be like the top layer that I'm gonna shorten even more. So all of this hair is going to get added to that no cut zone. I'm just going to replace the hair tie and tie all of that back. So once you have the rest of your hair tied back, you're basically going to repeat the process on the top pieces, but you're going to make them even shorter because these are going to be your top layers and you want the most volume at the top. So you have to remember that when your hair is curly, obviously it shrinks a bit, so you don't want to go too crazy. Well, I mean, it really just depends on what you want. I really want like a lot of volume and body. And the front piece I'm going to do a little lower because I am going to do bangs. So then again, you just want to check to make sure it's even in the front. And now I'm going to take all of my hair down, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to section out where I want my bangs to be. So a little trick that I learned recently is you put your comb on your forehead and then kind of just like wherever it lines up is supposed to be like where your bang line starts. So it should start like right here, which makes sense. So you want to kind of come around like a horseshoe shape to the front of your ear. And then you just want to do that on both sides. And then I'm just going to pull the length of my hair out of the way so that I don't cut anything that I don't want to cut. So you should have something like this. So what I'm going to do here actually is I'm going to kind of like cut down and just take off some of this extra length in the front. So I've taken off about this much, so you can see it's quite a bit shorter, but it still has an angle to it and you can still see the layers in it. So I am wanting some actual like curly little bangs here in the front, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take away about like half of this and then cut a few real short pieces. Really just cutting it like an upward angle and a downward angle on the other side. Very professional, I know. You're gonna end up pretty much with something looking a bit like this. And then of course, you know, when it's curly, it's gonna be even shorter. So I think I want my two like shortest pieces in the front here. So these two pieces here, I'm gonna cut to about like that. It's almost like curtain bangs, but not. Which, you know, is gonna be cute even if it's straight. Like, they do have some cowlicks going on, but I think even if it's straight, it's still gonna be a vibe. Like, I don't think I'll be mad at it. Like, you can see I do have some like shorter ones in the back here. So that's it for phase one. And then phase two, obviously, you're gonna see me wash my hair, style it, have it curly, and then do any touch-ups that I have to do then. So stay tuned for that. What's up, guys? I am just out of the shower now, and I'm about to apply all of my hair products. And my hair is sopping wet, as you can see, but that's kind of the best way to apply curly hair products. At least in my opinion, I found that they seem to be the most effective that way. So that's how I'm gonna be doing it. And then I'm gonna let it dry about 80% of the way, and then I'm gonna diffuse it the rest of the way. So that's just my personal favorite way of doing it. I feel like everyone kind of does it differently, but yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it. So once I have it parted down the middle, I'm going to actually take about like this much and clip it up. So kind of like more so the top third of my hair. So the first thing I do is I always put in a leave-in conditioner. This is the one that I use. It's the brand Care. I don't know if they have this in the United States, but it was the only leave-in conditioner without a lot of protein that I could find in the pharmacy here. So as you can see, my hair is like really wet. Like, listen to this. That's like the noise you want. The next thing I'm gonna go in with is this flexible curl holding serum. And I feel like the term serum isn't really accurate because it comes out looking like this. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just apply that on the lower parts of my hair and then like slowly work it up higher. But you don't wanna just go right in and start applying this at the roots because it will weigh your hair down and make it feel a bit greasy, which no one wants that. So apply most of it towards the ends and then work your way up. And I'll link all these products down below too if you're interested in any of them. And this product is an OG. If you've been following my channel for a while, you probably would have seen this in my other curly videos. This is the Kinky Curly Custard, and I really just love this gel. So I'm gonna take about this much and again, just start coating my hair at the bottom and then working up as I have less product on my hands. And I always like kind of forget to get the back, so I really need to make sure I do that. And then to really seal the deal and keep all of the humidity out, I go in with an argan oil after, but not just any argan oil. This is the only one I have ever found that does not make my hair greasy, no matter how much of it I use. So I'm gonna pour about like that much. And then I'm just going to generously coat my hair with this. And this I find I can get right up to the roots and I don't have any issue, which I feel like is pretty rare for an oil. I feel like every other oil I've used, even when it's meant for like curly hair, has just always made my hair really greasy. Then I'm gonna go in with my Denman brush and I'm going to just comb all of that through. And when I comb, I kind of like lift at the roots. That way it encourages the hair to have more volume. And then I just go in and I take little sections like that and I just go like that. So I do that kind of all over, but you know, just randomly. And this just helps kind of give a few nice defined curls. But I don't want all the curls to be super perfect. I want it to still look like real, just kind of like effortless. And then I'm just gonna scrunch it. And we'll do more scrunching at the end, but just to kind of lock it and set it in place. So again, just brushing upwards. And then taking random small sections of hair. And the reason you want to do smaller sections is if you do really big clumps, those are going to be like, these are going to be curl clumps. So each one of these is going to be like a ringlet. So if you're doing large chunks, you're going to have really large ringlets and your hair won't look as dense. So just something to think about. Obviously, if you have a ton of hair, then it might be different. Now that we have that done, I'm going to take this clip out and I'm going to clip it the bottom part that we've already done so it's out of the way. I'm going to take this part down. And this, if you remember, is all of our shorter layers. So I'm going to use slightly less product here just because I don't really want to weigh it down too much, but I'm going in with just a tiny bit of leave-in conditioner. Again, with that curl serum. I'm really just coating the strands and then slowly working it up to the roots. Again, it's kind of tricky because you want to like keep it off your scalp though. Like you don't want to work the product all the way up into your skin just because that can cause irritation sometimes and just like more buildup around the scalp and weigh the hair down. And then going in with a gel. And at the end, I'm going to separate my bangs and all the small pieces around my head just to really get those nice and defined. And then lastly, just going in with this hair oil again, just to really lock in all of those products and keep any humidity out. And if you want to add even more volume at the top, you can kind of just like crisscross your part. Not like crisscross all the way, but just have some pieces going in different directions. And that's just going to make it look a bit more like voluminous, so I'll show you what I mean. Like taking a piece of hair and just transferring it to the other side. And maybe you do that again. So now I'm just going to flip my head and scrunch, and at this point, most of the super wet moisture is out. So here's all my bangs right here, and what I'm going to do is just really try and get them defined. And you might have to re-wet them if they start to look a little dry, so I'm just gonna take a brush and comb these forward. Get them all like nice and properly organized. I'm gonna add a little bit more gel because I want these pieces to be really defined, so now I'm gonna go ahead and finger coil them. Okay, so now what I usually do to get the roots to dry a little bit more voluminous is I just take parts of my hair, and it sounds really weird, but I just take parts of my hair and kind of like plop it on the top of my head. Kind of like that. So I just kind of like crisscross so it stays in place, because I don't really like to clip too much of my hair back, but I might have to clip my bangs just to obviously keep them off of my face. So you should end up with something that looks similar to this, and then like I said, I'm just gonna let it dry about 85% of the way, and then diffuse the rest, and I will be back with the final results when that is done. So see you in 1 second your time, probably like 7 hours my time. Hey guys, so this is the final result. I am obsessed. I love the way it came out. I feel like all the layers make my hair look really nice and fluffy and full. I feel like the bangs are such a cute shout. I've never really had bangs before, so I'm kind of into it. I just feel like it's like a really cute, fresh, kind of like summer style, even though summer's like on its way out. We're gonna pretend like it's not. But I just really like how this came out. I did trim the bangs a little bit off camera because they were like just a tiny bit too long. They were like to here, so I really just like snipped them. There's nothing special, so I figured might as well not even film that part. But yeah, I really like how it came out. I know I keep saying that, but I'm glad I do because I was a little scared, I'm not gonna lie. Like when it was drying, I was like, shit, did I make a mistake? But I don't think I did. I did diffuse a little bit when it was about like 85–90% dry, so that did help give a little bit more volume at the roots. But yeah, I don't think I could have asked for it to be done any better, so give myself a little pat on the back because I feel like I did a solid job considering I'm not a hairstylist. So that is it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up on your way out. It really helps boost my algorithm. Thank you guys so much for watching.